Welcome back to another episode of Cashing Out. I'm your host, Billy Alvaro, my co-host, Wayne Hartard, and partner. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions. We're located right over here in Holbrook, New York. We own a company that buys and sells properties all over New York. We're on the radio every Saturday from 12 to 12:30 right here on, I always have to look, 103.9 linewsradio.com. Cuz, how you doing?
I'm doing good, cuz. How are you?
Doing phenomenal. I'm sweating again. I have this like sweat thing going on. I can't. My glands are like overacting or some shit. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Richard Simmons over there, sweat baby sweat.
French fries make big thighs. So we have, we've been doing this show for a while now. We usually have guests that come on, and if you don't know us, we're a family-owned company. We're located, like I said, right over here in Holbrook. We've been buying properties since 2009 full-time. And if you have a house that you're looking to sell anywhere, Suffolk County, Nassau County, Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, we did a couple of Staten Island properties this past week. Even New Jersey, we are expanding. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have an ugly house, a pretty house, any type of house that you want to sell and you want to get a quick offer, just give us a call at 631-400-EASY, or you can find us online at easysell411.com. Today we're going to be speaking about the East End market, the Hamptons. You and I have some experience in the Hamptons. Yeah. I bought some properties years back with another partner. We had some big rentals out there, those party rentals like they call them.
Remember the days?
We got hurt about 2 years ago. I was in it with another guy. Did a property out there. They lost money. I was an investor on that one. So there's a lot to be said about the East End market. Some love it, some hate it. There's a lot of money to be made. The special guest today is David Barkstedt. I'm saying it right, David?
You are saying it correctly.
David Barkstedt, handsome that he is. He works at East End Estates Realty. He's been in the business for about 16 years. David, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming out. You and I hooked up on LinkedIn.
We did.
You're like almost like a blind date right here.
Yeah, pretty much. First time I'm talking to you.
First time hanging out. So you hit me up, and I saw that you were East End guy, and I wanted to have somebody at East End because that market is completely different from the Suffolk County market where we're at, right? So where are you out there? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm based in West Hampton Beach. I really cover Remsenburg to Southampton. It's a little different, but at the same time, we're still on Long Island, so there are some similarities but differences as well.
So the Remsen to West Hampton, that spot, from what I understand, it's easier access than going all the way hell out to like East Hampton or Sagaponack.
Yeah, a lot of people are really starting to identify west of the Canal, which is Remsenburg to Hampton Bays, because shorter commute time.
Right.
People are tired of driving all the way out to East Hampton, sitting in one lane of traffic.
It's the worst.
We have a property out there in East Hampton. We just got
so
done
you guys
renovating.
know.
Our contractors hate us.
Yeah. They were killing us, and we had the U.S. Open going. Forget it. These guys are losing their minds. They were going up and around
And they
side
charge
roads.
you more.
Oh my God.
Right.
Well, we sent our guys out there, and they were not happy about it, man. These guys had to be on the job site by like 6 in the morning, like literally on the job site by 6, leaving 3:34. Yeah. They were nightmares.
So what's your specialty, your niche out there? What do you focus on?
I do residential and commercial,
Both? Okay.
Specifically west of the Canal, because I think long term, listen, a lot of people have been talking about west of the Canal for 20, 30 years.
What are you seeing happening?
Reality is, ever since 9/11, a lot of people are starting to identify, and combined with technology, people are starting to say, let me live out there year round. And I'll telecommute to work, and I'll commute to the city 2 to 3 times.
So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I was a summer person. I was living in Connecticut.
Right.
And I said, you know what? I can do what I do in Connecticut, and I can live out in the Hamptons and have a lifestyle. And a lot of people are moving out there to retire or part-time retirement and commuting to the city as well. I mean, I know a lot of high-level executives that
Are they doing the helicopter back and forth, or are they still riding the car?
Some yes and no, but a lot, public transportation.
Right.
But they'll go to the city on a Tuesday, sleep over, come and work all day Wednesday in the city, and then come home and be with their kids.
That's a great lifestyle.
Yeah.
And save themselves, probably about 2.5 hours of commute if they're going to, they stop before West Hampton.
Easy.
And West Hampton's got a nice downtown area.
It's great.
It's got a nice little
great.
area, and that's staying open year-round now, right? They're pushing that a little bit more?
Listen, every town has its unique personality.
Sure.
Right? So West Hampton was a town that used to close down in the wintertime. They would board up all the windows.
I remember that.
Yep.
Now you go there Thanksgiving time during the holidays, and
it's still
town is busy. So it's not a sleepy little town so much
more
anymore.
More
a lot of
there,
activities for the kids too.
All over the place.
And a good school district too for the kids.
Great,
when you're
great
selling
school.
those,
West Hampton was
they're ranked up there.
top 100 schools in New York State.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. West Hampton's got good rankings.
Yeah,
so that'll push people. And think about all the people coming out of once you get out of town of Brookhaven, what's going to happen with the taxes when you get out there?
Well, that's the key
Another
thing
world.
too. Now,
Taxes.
speak to that of the
they're
taxes, right? That line. Where does that line start and end for Brookhaven to the Hamptons? Where is that line?
As far as taxes,
Yeah, like is it like east? Is
I
it
think
I think
it's
Remsenburg is
Remsenburg
part
is
of
the-
Eastport.
yeah,
hits
Eastport.
is the border
So
right
as
there.
soon as you
got
go over that
half.
line, taxes are like less than
Yeah,
a
I
third.
mean, I don't know the actual dividing line, but
But right around there.
yeah, I mean that's
right around
another
Eastport.
great thing about living in the Hamptons is
Tax
you could,
base.
You could buy a $1.5 million house in Quogue and pay
Quogue's
$3,000
another nice
in
town.
taxes.
How much?
$3,000.
3,000. All right, so now let's compare that to the houses we have. We have a property in Miller Place that we did. We're asking what, 800,000, 750?
It's going to have $18,000.
18. What's the one we have for 23,000? I thought is that the one in Nassau?
Yeah, those
That's
are some.
the Nassau
Yeah, we
one.
got some of the Nassau ones, and then
It's
we're
just-
estimating the new construction ones that we're about to hit. I mean, it's
$3,000 for
I know.
taxes out there. It's worth it just for that.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain towns that are considered to have high taxes, but if you look at the rest of Long Island, they're still extremely low. So if you can, really, there's two people that buy in the Hamptons. I don't want to like stereotype it, but you have your weekend warriors that come out and then they eventually say, I want to live out here.
Yep.
We have the people that go, you know what, I want to create a great lifestyle for my family, and I can work out here or I can commute and make money doing what I do.
Yeah, it is a beautiful place
Yeah.
to hang out, especially in the off season.
yeah.
It's just it's a real nice place
think
to just chill out and hang out and relax and kick back. The water's right there. Hamptons is a special spot. But now let's talk if you can in regards to some of the data, because it's hard to get data from the Hamptons when it comes down to the real estate stats, because you guys kind of hoard your properties. There's no real MLS out there.
Hoard. I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
They hoard their properties.
They hoard
take
their
them in and
listings.
They don't put them on the MLS. They kind of like have
All
little pocket
exclusives
listings. So
and- yep.
we did some analysis and we were trying to figure it out. You educated me when you first came in. We said, we looked at the Hamptons, and the data that we're getting is showing that there is an abundance of properties on the market on the East End that just aren't selling. 11 months, 12 months, 13 months of inventory. Speak to that if you can.
Yeah, so MLS is used primarily west of the Canal, right? Remsenburg to Hampton Bays.
Yep.
Southampton and beyond. Southampton still uses MLS to a degree, but pretty much everything beyond that, it's pretty much hoarded by each independent broker.
So is there like an East End MLS?
It's
It's BS.
It's antiquated by 30 years.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, you'll go on there and look at
It's
properties.
in DOS.
Yeah, worse. You'll look at properties
You
from
dialing
2002.
up like American Online to get on it. Go to a little card catalog and pull it out. Imagine that's what they used to do back in the day.
Hysterical, man.
Dying, right? Open up the big book. All right, what are we going to see today?
Pretty much.
Oh, God, could you
I mean,
imagine?
you'll call on properties from 2002, and it's still marked as active, but it's been sold like 8 times since then.
He's been knocked down, rebuilt 3 times. Oh,
So
that's hilarious.
David, if somebody is interested in, do you do rentals out there? You just do sales, right?
I'll do rentals because I'm all about adding value and providing value and building a long-term relationship, but I really focus more on the sales.
Yeah, that's good. You have a focus and a niche. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, if they're considering either buying or selling a property out in the Hamptons, how do they get in touch with you?
They can find me on Facebook by typing in my name, or they can.
Why don't you spell it for them?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's first name David, last name Barkstedt, BARKSTEDT. You can also find me by visiting my website, westhamptonbeachagent.com.
I love it.
Nice.
WestHamptonBeachAgent.com.
Like a private agent.
Yeah.
This guy,
Secret
we
agent
spoke.
over here.
We were speaking prior to. Interesting fella. I want to get you back on at a later date to tell your story down the road. But you're a motivator. You're in different groups to educate yourself, and I love being around guys like that. Somebody who takes the time to educate themselves. You're in a mastermind. You said over in Connecticut.
Yep.
Yeah. So somebody who educates themselves, who's willing to invest in them. That means they're willing to invest time and money into themselves to better themselves to help the client, the overall customer, to get the absolute best deal out there, whether it's buying or selling or whatever it may be. So congratulations on that aspect.
Thank you.
What are your plans? Like, what are you looking to do in the future with the real estate out there?
My plan is always to scale and expand. I kind of wear 2 hats. I have my investor hat, and I also have my real estate hat, where I can help people achieve the dream of experiencing the Hamptons with their families. So
Yeah.
I'm really, as much as I love real estate and like the day-to-day deal making, I really like to make or love to make the experience for that family and find something special. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of where my focus is.
I want to, in our next coming up segment, after we take the break, I want to talk about your history, your past, because you have a very interesting history with development. I mean, you have a vast experience in this field. You've done a lot of different things in the Connecticut market, right?
Yeah, Connecticut. I'm pretty much all over, but I mean, hands-on Connecticut. Yeah.
We're going to get into that. If you're listening or watching online, this is Billy Alvaro, my partner Wayne Hartard. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions, and we're here on Cashing Out 103.9. I have to always look. LINewsradio.com. You can listen to us live if you're watching now. Great. Otherwise, you can listen to this on Saturday from 12 to 12:30. We're here today with David Barkstedt from East End Estates Realty. The guy is really doing some amazing things out in the Hamptons. Get to know him. Look him up on Facebook. We'll be right back right after these messages.